legislature is aimed at increasing attention and resources to find young African Americans who go missing in California. The measure calls for the creation of the Ebony Alert system. Notification system would be similar to the Amber Alert system, but would be specifically for African American children and young women between the ages of 12 and 25. So joining us now is State Senator Stephen Bradford, who introduced the bill. Senator Bradford, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me this morning.
So, Senator, I'm curious, are you getting support from this bill or for this bill from fellow lawmakers in Sacramento?
Tremendous support. Many are saying this is long overdue of both sides of the legislature, both in the Assembly and the Senate. So I'm excited about the interest here.
You know, the numbers are out there, right? And you probably heard them over the years. Northwestern University School of Law in 2016 did a study. It found missing black people are less likely to garner media attention, and if they do, the coverage is low. So how much of the media coverage into missing black people, young black people, factored into introducing this bill?
It was critical because we saw the disparities, again, not only the lack of media attention, but law enforcement resources as well when black young women as well as boys disappear. Mm-hmm. So we just want to make sure the same level of dedication is provided for those individuals because they're loved and missed just as much as their counterparts.
And what is the reason that we are finding this to be an issue that other ethnicities are focused on more when they go missing versus when young black people go missing?
I think the common denominator is race. I mean, look at the disparities of just NC2A basketball game last week and how, Angel Reese was characterized versus Caitlin Clark. I mean, race plays a part in just about everything we do in this country.
Yeah, and usually, from the research that goes into this, when the concerns about someone missing is taken to the police, if it's a black person, it's usually considered just someone who's run away. It's never taken as seriously. These are what these parents are hearing, right?
That is correct. I mean, young African-American girls are more likely listed as runaways versus being abducted or trafficking. And even when they're arrested or brought in for sex trafficking, they're listed as juvenile prostitutes, whereas their white counterparts are listed as sex trafficking victims. So,
and you can't have someone that's being prostituted underage.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
They can't consent to that type of stuff.
That is so true. But they're listed as juvenile prostitutes.
It's interesting that's allowed to even be put on a police report, be listed as that. Let's talk about the Amber Alert system here and if there are any similarities. I know the Amber Alert system, I remember when that came out, you get messages on your phone. In some states, the billboards on highways will light up with the information about this missing person. Will the Ebony Alert system be the same thing or similar?
That's what we want, and we're also reaching out to some of the tech companies, hoping that they will assist also. But yes, we want the notification to be on the phone, on the phones, or on your computer. We want the digital boards on the freeways to be utilized as well, because very rarely do you see it being activated again when those individuals who are missing are African American. So yes, we want similar resources.
And so, back to the law enforcement angle of things, and when these missing people are reported, young black people are reported missing here, are you getting support from law enforcement, and will this change the way they react to reports of a missing young black person?
Well, law enforcement hasn't reached out at us directly, but we haven't heard any opposition, so that's always a good start. And we hope we're going to bring law enforcement in to share how we can improve the system and how they can be better engaged in providing the same level of focus again for these missing African-American children and adults. And
what will be the criteria? What does your bill introduce? What does it change, and what does it enforce?
Well, it says from the age 12 to 25, anyone who's possibly in physical risk to harm, individuals who might be suffering from mental or physical disabilities, or someone who's potential, like I say, abduction and possible sex trafficking. So those are the categories that we have placed on our Ebony Alert.
So, Senator Bradford, black people make up a large share of missing persons. That their total population, there are more black people missing than total population in the United States. It's not just a problem unique to California, though this bill, if passed, it would affect California. But do you know of any efforts, or are you involved in any efforts to get something like this on the national scale?
Well, we've been reached. I've been reached by legislators across the country. We've gotten a tremendous media coverage. So hopefully, just like what we often say, so goes California, so goes the nation. So we want to lead the way in this, and hopefully, the rest of the state and the nation will follow it. Follow us.
Yeah, a lot of parents, a lot of folks out there will say this is a long overdue plan, and this will hopefully put the spotlight on something that's very important and has been ignored for many years. State Senator Stephen Bradford, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your insight. Good luck on the bill.
Thank you for having me.
All right.